So to those that are just joining and aren't aware, a new chat system, layout-wise and function-wise, came out today. It's been met with yays and nays. Yeah, so it looks different. The font looks different. You do them up, you copy them. I'll explain that. Let's go, Calais. Let's just have a look at what things look like with an active chat. I like the timestamps thing. Timestamps thing is nice. I like the new chat. I do too. The blue on black though, not a big fan of that. Hello, hello. Open the mouse, click their name and it replies to them. It replies to me though, because I clicked me. Click their name and it replies to them. I wanted to click, not being brain dead with it, Fast Rider's ID. No, it doesn't spread across the entire screen because there's a nice gradient where the background fades out. But at first glance, it's quite nice. So I'll go over some of the other things to do with it anyway. You want to know a benefit for the stream perspective? Half the chat isn't covered up by the cam. It finishes long before the cam. Use mouse. Yes, you can click someone. So it's really good over time that you can click players to report them. You can click them to reply to them in the chat. If part of their name is a bit dodgy or you don't want to type a few numbers, something like that. Can use emotes. Unicode emotes if you're able to copy them. There's a very specific way of doing that. If I go and, because I had a website open, copy one. So not like the emoji, like that, those emotes. Smiley faces and very detailed ones look a bit weird because it's in black and white, but they do work. So you can't do like a Twitch emote or something. Not yet. Once you get used to it, it's really nice. Exactly. 4K people can finally see. They don't need to break their neck, like leaning in to look at what they're saying. My chat scaling is on the smallest scaling, by the way. And I'm going to keep it like that because it's fine. Look at that. Look at this fancy new chat. Find out more because he did a heart. See, the smiley face looks a bit weird because it's see-through. Scaling wise, if I show that in the interface, mine's on the smallest. So that's the smallest. If you go back to roughly what the medium is, standard, and then super duper like what the hell, that is huge. But if you have a big screen, that's very crisp though. The text looks so smooth. It looks so good. But yes, you can scale it slightly. Small's fine. The chat mouse input mode, enable whatever on right mouse button. As a recommendation, I'd enable it on that because if it's on enabled, the moment you open the chat, your mouse toggle's open as well. If it's disabled, it just doesn't do that anyway. Yeah, timestamps, clicking on people's names, gradient. Gradient is a bit weird to get used to, yeah. It fades out, but it's quite nice. The previous one, I think, if it wasn't open, the background only applied for what the size of the text was, how much text it took up in chat. Now it's a standard-ish size anyway, regardless. Name tags, speed changes, scoreboard. Is there anything else? Not as far as toggleable settings. Symbols show up as people's names. So that means all the wacky symbols will actually show up properly. Because I think previously that would have been a question mark. Disable name tags without disabling chat too. I don't think there is in this new method. No. F11 toggles off everything, doesn't it? The entire HUD now. On F9 there's nothing. 4K is perfectly fine. If you've got 8K for some weird reason, I'm sure that will scale as well. So yes, for emojis, not emotes, emojis, if you know how to type them and to get various codes, you can try that, though it may look a bit weird. The other way, as I demonstrated, is to copy it from a site like Emoji Terra, T-E-R-R-A, something like that. Copy the emote from there, and then you can paste it and do whatever you want. I want to see the eyes emote. Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, because it's see-through, it looks a bit weird. So be aware with which ones you can and can't use. If you do spam them, it gets considered as regular spam. So don't do that. Don't just be like, oh, sorry, I was talking in emotes. Demo is now loading in orange. I've got to get used to it not being bold anymore. It's not bold. I'm used to bold. Can I, hang on, your chat messages, put it on maximum size for a minute. That is quite cool. If they're on the largest size, that is quite cool, actually. It'd be cool if you could move it, because one of the things I saw in one of the comments or something was if you have, like, triple screens, the main problem they had was the fact that you'd break your neck. Can't really look in the chat. If it was directly in the middle or movable, then that would be quite cool. Oh, here we go. Police. That is literally like, you know, the Top Gear thing. Hey, you been Nick Sunshine?
You're Nick Sunshine.
After Richard Hammond's 8 seconds. That one? Yes. Oh, it does show up quite a few things. Okay. Yeah, another reason to use this chat. It actually translates things properly. How about that? This plate thing. I've never been able to explain this, but you saw his plate. His plate said Iran on it. Now when I go into a demo with him in it, I've got a texture error. Why? And in some cases, no one else has a plate here for some reason. Nearby plates also don't function as well. But new ones that load in, like this white one, they do. Weird. Only in the demo though. Look, do your plates, see? Dodgy plates, fine plates. Why is it random? F. Big F. Let me see. F. Emoji. Can I do letters? F. I just want the letter F. The S? Excuse me? What? Oh, because they said... Okay, doesn't quite. That's meant to be the pride flag right there, but it's a flag with a rainbow. It's accurate. Yes, that is what it is. It's just F in a weird way. No, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. The exact one that has a border around it. Because that would be funny to use. How do they somehow not exist? People don't understand the very simplistic way is that when you're leaving, when you're leaving the Calais-Duisburg road, stay on the right. Stay on the right and you'll be fine. The message sent by the player thing is blue now as well. It used to be yellow. The entire thing used to be yellow. Now it's blue and white. You could do a no entry. Blockers are going to do that, aren't they? Not, can't go this way. No. Entry, the no entry sign. Prohibited, the prohibited icon. All right, let's work. Okay. I'm not saying, of course it works. It's just cool. Hey. Of course that does work as well, but it looks a bit weird because it's see-through. When you see something absolutely diabolical, you can just skull it now as a reaction. Mic reaction. You need the hot mics, you know, on kind of the death screen in games. So you need to somehow hot mic when they've just disconnected from the server, which is probably illegal. Can't do that. Though a lot of people don't register that it's happened, surely. If you got banned, you'd just be sitting there going, huh? And then they'd be like, what the TP logo are there, big fan? I don't think there's an end to the event, by the way, but I believe that is ongoing. If there are any patrons here that have not delivered one of these items on TMP, you can get a profile achievement for that. If it has ended, then don't worry about what I just said. But if it hasn't, I remember doing it fairly early, you get a nice achievement for that. Still going, don't forget. It's only the logo, though, only the logo. There's a survey that ends or ended at some point soon. I remember it being sometime soon. Can I do... Oh, hang on. Oh, you can do the 100 thing. It's lit. It's 100. Pumpkin? Kind of. These could be very, very useful, as we soon found out. Heart, spring, Thanksgiving. You gotta pick something that isn't that detailed. Kind of like Stan just did. Can you do the smoochy smooch lips? Yeah, that kind of works. Now imagine if they actually showed up in full color. Emotes in a band reason. Overtake 100. Yeah, as a band reason. I'd love to do that. Warning symbol? Yeah, that I can imagine CC and such for convoys use that. Do not enter, the warning one, biohazard, radioactive. Yeah, Twitch emotes. Oh man, be interesting. Can someone, okay, if someone wants, I'll give you a challenge. You know how people try and make something sound youthful and hip with ChatGPT? Can someone take the rule of 2.5, the description of it, and youthify that? Like make it sound like a Gen Z or someone person said it. Oh my god, I'd love to see that. And then we should actually make that as the rules. Maybe more people would follow them if they knew what the words meant. Like, yo dog, you can't do this. You feel me? Got one? Yeah? What is that chat? New chat with emojis. Looks disgusting. Why? Because it's new. Shut up. Cruising in a way that's straight up wild and endangers everyone else on the road. This means throwing caution to the wind like going in reverse, giving traffic lights and signs the cold shoulder, gunning it like a speed demon, blocking folks trying to pass you, or drag racing. Yo. Okay, that's good. And yo, stay on the map. Don't go off-roading where you ain't supposed to. Secret shortcuts and the map designer's hidden purpose. Cool to drive on. The pro mods unlock roads and paths at your green light. Don't get sneaky with lag tricks or quick saves to wreck someone else's ride. Oh no. 2.1, trying to play it slick by using tools to mess with the game, like the in-game console trainers or cheat engines to ditch the speed limit, pull off crazy jumps or go through stuff without scratch, and nah, don't even think about sneaking past the server's auto boot system. Taking advantage of stuff like ghost mode just to wreck others while you're linking up with the servers, not cool enough. Linking up? Oh my god. Link the ting. What would it say for evading? Because you know how evading is quite a difficult word, they don't know what that means. What would it do for evading? Trying to evade, trying to get around the ops. You need to make it sound ghetto as well. Make it describe anything in ghetto speak. Pulling a sneaky move by cooking up or using an extra account just to slide past the short-term ban. Not the move, my friend. Dodging a permanent ban. Trust that's going to land you in another one on all your accounts. And don't even think about scrubbing away the ban proof to wiggle out of trouble. If the receipts show you've been dodging bans, the crew's got the green light to slap another ban on you without even a heads up. And yo, the proof? It's locked down because it's got some server-side secrets. This is good. Listen up. It's on you to handle your own accounts. If the rules get trampled, we're going to drop the hammer on the account that did the dirt, no matter who was behind the wheel. And peep this. You got to keep an eye on your gear when you're rolling on TMP. That means treating your keyboards, game controllers, my steering wheels, and all that with respect. Keep them working smooth and steady, you dig? Yeah, now imagine if I had that bot that other people use where you can do like TTS, but in the sound of like Obama, Drake, that kind of thing. Oh my god, man. You'd have so much fun with that. In it, Crew's got the upper hand, mate. They can give you a boot or drop a ban hammer on you while you're riding on the servers, no questions asked. Project management's got the power to give folks a pass on the rules if there's a special situation, dog. The whole shebang. Yeah, that's definitely English slang right there. I've never said shebang myself, I think. Apart from a meme, shebang. Not shebang, just shebang. That's how you say that. The temptation to put emojis for the meme in almost any message I can is building. Sorry, G, can't do that for you. Put like the mechanic with the hammer and the other thing that cross over? Not the hammer and sickle, the other one. It would be interesting if system messages also had a timestamp on them. It doesn't really need it, but that could be cool. At least now on my screen, you have two methods of showing what time it is for me. You've got the tab list and the timestamp in the chat. There's a lot of things of like, what do people mean when they say wreck? What does that mean? Usually people use this word to scare you. Yeah, it means nothing really. Yeah, you're informing the other person that you're being recorded with the intention of reporting them and getting them banned. It's a threat, but it's a very empty threat. It doesn't really mean much. It's a scare tactic. That's all it is. Look at that, 96 still. We need another purge, damn it. Admin purge the reports. But that won't be done by me, because I think I'm done. We had a look at the new chat, banned some peeps, had a lit time with the emojis, chat GPT-ifying everything. I think generally, because it's the first day, people just take a bit of time to get used to it. As with everything, it looks fine. It is drastically different visual-wise, but that's fine. I've already gotten used to it anyway. It doesn't take me that long.